world.
Hosanna! Hosanna! Happy Palm Sunday, everyone. We have so many fun things in store today, so let's get started with our first story. Cuddles, are you ready to read our first story of the day? Me too. Here we go. This story is called The True King. Jesus and his disciples went to Jerusalem for the Passover feast. Jesus told 2 disciples to bring him a donkey. He told them where to find it. Jesus rode the donkey to Jerusalem. A big crowd welcomed him. People waved palm branches and put them on the road in front of Jesus. They shouted, "Hosanna, Hosanna! Blessed is the King of Israel!" The leaders in Jerusalem did not like Jesus. They saw how many people were following him and they were angry about it. They were jealous. What a great story. Now I've got a craft for us to do to help us remember the story. Let's make a palm branch, just like the people used when they shouted, "Hosanna, Hosanna," when Jesus rode into Jerusalem. If you'd like to do this activity at home, here's what you'll need. You'll need a green piece of paper, 2 popsicle sticks, safety scissors and the adult's help, a pen or a pencil, and some tape. Let's get ready to do this activity together. First, we have to trace our hand. So take your pen or your pencil, put your hand on the paper, and then we're going to trace our handprint. Yay! Let's do the other hand. Here we go. We did it! Now that we've traced our handprints, we have to cut them out with an adult's help. Okay, here we go. We have to be very careful when we are cutting. Here's our first handprint. Let's do the other one. Here's our second handprint. Now that we've got both of our handprints cut out, we have to take our popsicle sticks, 1 for each handprint, and some tape, and we are going to tape the popsicle stick to the back of the handprint. We're almost there. Okay, ready? Hosanna! Hosanna! Great job making your palm branch. Now it's time for story number 2. Let's get ready to read our next story. This is called The Last Supper. Then Jesus did something else. He picked up a loaf of bread and blessed it. Then he broke it into pieces. He gave the bread to his disciples to eat. Jesus said, "This bread is my body. Every time you do this, think of me." In the same way, he took a cup of wine and blessed it. He gave it to the disciples to drink. "This is my blood. It is poured out to forgive the sins of many." The time has come for me to go away. Where I am going, you cannot go yet. I am going to heaven to prepare a wonderful new home for you. But I will return to you soon. At first, you will be very sad, but do not be frightened. Soon you will understand and you will be filled with joy. Wow, what a special dinner. I've got an activity for us to help remember that story. I have a coloring sheet for us to do together to help us remember the Last Supper that Jesus shared with his disciples. Let's color it together. First, we have to color some bread in the middle of our plate. Here's our loaf of bread. And then I want to color my special drink pink. You can color it whichever color you would like. Now I'm going to go back in and color my bread. And there we go, we have our bread and our special drink. Now we can remember all about the Last Supper. Great job coloring, everyone. Now we can always remember the Last Supper that Jesus shared with his disciples. I've got one more story for us today. This is called Jesus is Arrested and Crucified. Judas went to the leaders. He asked, "How much will you pay me if I help you capture Jesus?" They said, 30 pieces of silver. So Judas took the money and made a plan. Jesus had gone to his favorite garden to pray. The disciples went along. Jesus prayed, "Father, if it is your will, I am ready to give my life so that all the people who trust in me will be saved from their sins." Soon, Judas arrived with some soldiers. Peter wanted to protect Jesus, but Jesus said, "No, I must allow this to happen." All the disciples ran away, and the soldiers arrested Jesus. They took Jesus to the leaders. The leaders said, "You say that you are the Son of God. We do not believe you." The soldiers took charge of Jesus. They made him carry a big wooden cross. They took him to a place called the Skull, where they nailed Jesus to the cross. Jesus died on the cross. Everyone who loved Jesus was very sad, but they forgot something important. Jesus had said he would see them again soon. That was kind of a sad story, wasn't it? But don't forget, Jesus said he would see them again soon. And I'll see you guys next week when we learn more about the Easter story. Thanks for watching. Now let's explore God's sweet world together. For more fun, ask a grown-up to subscribe.